And it says I am live, so let's go. Um, so excited! I'm going live today. I'm going up, coming on a little early, because the Alchemist 369 Andre is going live today at 8 o'clock, and IBENDEOBE, the IBENDE and IBE. So in body experiment or experience or in body state, which is this life. The OBE, you already know what it is, the out of body experience, or and then the NDE. So our podcast is going to be compromised of, it's going to be made up of all those three uh, topics and much more. So I'm going live today, and the Alchemist should be joining the conversation. But I've been talking one on ones with a few people that follow me on BamHekTV, and it's a phenomenal sense out there of what's happening in the IBE. So these people that I'm talking to are experiencing phenomenal things in their life, right? So one of the conversations I had was about embracing everything that this IBE brings, right? The in body estate. And that's all the topics that we're going to be having conversations about moving forward in the podcast, the I Bend the OB. And I love how it starts. I bend OBE. I bend the OB. So, yeah, we're uh, oh, okay. So we have the alchemist on the board already. So if y'all have any questions for the alchemist, for Andre, feel free to shoot. Obviously, he'll be going live today at 8 p.m. So make sure you tune in for that. He's got phenomenal control of the outer body state, and like all of us, we're still in the in body experience, so we are definitely figuring how to translate all that information that we receive from higher realms into our everyday life, right? So that's basically what we're doing this for, so that we get people to remember who they truly are, right? So, and what's the purpose of remembering? Well, when you remember who you truly are, you realize that you are an unbounded soul. Let's put it like that. There is nothing that can get in the way of the max expression of your soul but your understanding. So when you remember who you truly are, your understanding gets in the place of, well, because I am an unbounded soul without limitations. You begin to live a life of no limitations, and that's the goal. You imagine um, placing all your focus on what you want. I'm gonna be doing my own episode on manifestations, and again, Andre is a phenomenal example of that. But everything and I'm going to talk more in depth in the episode that I'm doing for the channel, for the BamHack TV channel. I want to talk about manifestation because I think that is very misconstrued. Like, people think that manifestation is only the beautiful things that you wish for to happen in your life, but in actuality, because consciousness dictates the universe, everything that you are experiencing is actually your manifestation. So when you realize that, and I'm talking to myself as well, and you take ownership for your current manifestations, then you're going to begin to be more aware of what it is that you are putting out there. Because if your consciousness dictates reality and the universe, what's your universe like? And the conversations that I've been having one on one, I have this guy, and we'll probably have him on the podcast, but he was just outside of the construct. He's been having visions of uh, possible future events. It might be for in his life, it might be collective, but just a beautiful thing. He had a vision of the great celebration, actually. and I'll let him tell it. But yeah, it's amazing, what happens when you finally realize who you truly are. So we if you have any questions, put them on the window, on the chat. And so yeah, that's gonna be an upcoming episode, because everything that you're currently experiencing is your creation. It's your manifestations. So for example, I when I went in my retreat, I I've been without actively doing work for 6 weeks, 6 7 weeks now, right? So obviously, we're responsible with our finances, because we still in this realm where, and the system right now still a system of money. So you got to have money to pay the bills and all that good stuff. So for a moment, I got a little shook, because the bills don't stop in the bank account. If you don't put anything else in, it just goes down. So for probably a couple hours, I was a little shook, and then I realized, I'm like, you know what, I'm abundant. I created a life of abundant. So I'm just gonna let everything play out. And once I did that, we just I just got calls to go do estimates, and I have estimates out there, and I have work coming in for next week and work for the week after. But because I already know that I have manifested abundance to my life, the money aspect is taken care of. My wife is also receiving money from left and right. And I don't say that, just say that as an example, because money is just what we use to live a comfortable life. But how about being able to, my biggest manifestation I want is to awaken, or remind people. I want all of us to stop using that word awakening, that because we really are not awakening. We've been awake. The soul, you can ask the alchemist, he goes for days without his awareness going to sleep. So the soul is always awake, is always awake. Your brain goes to sleep, your body goes to sleep, and that's the goal of the OBE, right? That you are aware of your soul being out while your body's asleep, because that's when the soul fully exits the body. But yeah, the what to me, the biggest, the most important manifestation right now is to help y'all remember everything I do. Nothing else matters to me. Help y'all remember who you truly are. So I'm just getting you primed up for the upcoming night, for tonight, with the alchemist, with Andre. He's gonna be killing it per usual, and just giving phenomenal information. If you want to learn from somebody, besides Darius, obviously, we know that he, has a phenomenal take on the outer body state